What's up guys, welcome back to our Lord of the Rings Third Age playthrough. As we left off last time, we were in Osgiliath. Didn't want to grab this chest beforehand just in case it triggered the fight before I got a chance to save, so yeah. Faramir's defenders shall be overrun by the Orc host. It's a bit of an understatement, but okay. Let's equip this thing maybe. What does that do? Resistance to water and shadow. It gives you a lot of strength, so if you're going for strength rather than spirit, I'd say go for it. But well, you've seen the way I'm building him. I'm giving him equal spirit and strength. I want to keep him versatile, you know, be able to fit to different situations depending on what it calls for. Can I get this chest? Nope.
City before, but it has faded in my mind. Dim. Wraith-like.
I travelled to Osgiliath often as an outrider. And was caught up in the battle that Boromir led here.
I was ordered to marry a warrior who deserted when fighting on that island. For that, my family was banished from Gondor, as was he.
You know, my friend, you could perhaps be his brother. But I'm mistaken. I hardly kept my own head in that fight.
Stay alert. They're almost across.
Here they come.
They shall find us of superior quality.
I know those words. You were here before. You fled in dishonor.
Not this time, my friend.
Yeah, so just a bit of backstory there for Berefor, really. It gives you some more information on Morin and Eowyn as well, but I'm calling slight bullshit on Eowyn being in Osgiliath during that encounter, because I mean, it doesn't make much sense. Anyone who's read the books might be able to give me more insight, but is that something that happened in the book verse, as I shall now dub it? Is it common for the Rohirrim outriders to help Gondor out in their battles? Because from the way it's shown in the movie, and I know that may not be the best way of judging it, because I know they have to leave quite a few things out there to get the story across. But does that happen? Does that do the Rohirrim often help out the Gondorians? Because I mean, I know when major shit hits the fan, Rohan comes to its aid, and Gondor's less helpful, but they're still both realms of men, so they should be a bit susceptible to helping each other out. I'm not sure. I'm spitballing here. So, I was determined to say that almost every single enemy you encounter in this level was immune to sleep, but no, it's still only the veterans, so the regular guys can still be susceptible to sleep. So, that's useful to know, because my memory was telling me that no, you can't put regular enemies, as many regular enemies to sleep as you could before now. But no, it's still a viable tactic. Granted, one that almost bit me in the arse in the last battle of Helms Deep, because that's the only reason. Sorry, it's not the only reason, but that's the main reason why that fight is a bit of a bastard. Because my usual cheap trick of putting everyone to sleep and then taking them out one by one didn't work. Whereas Valorous Haste, yep. Whereas normally in battles it would be easy enough to just cheese by well, you've seen the tactic over and over by now. So yeah. Let's see here. Crafts. Oh fuck it, I'll craft some King's Foil and let Eowyn finish it off, because I know he can actually kill him in one solid hit. Reaping Blade, nice. So with Hadhood, I did a bit of housekeeping, extra housekeeping in between the last two videos. When I was just checking everyone's skills, and if I'd have done that in the video, it would have taken up a solid 5 minutes of me just reading, well, just reading what I needed for the next skill. He's only got a couple more skill points to go until he gets Devastating Shield, which will help us out a bit later when we've got some tough boss fights coming up. But before he, after I've learnt that, I'm going to get him to learn Flames of Ruin, Flames of Ruin, and then that will let him unlock his final spirit tree ability, which is I can't remember for the life of me what it's called, but it summons a dragon. I've never unlocked that ability before, so I could only assume that it looks fucking amazing. I'm kind of hoping so anyway, otherwise it'd be a bit of a bummer. Anyway, let's see here. Is there anything I can actually do with you without Dispel? Yeah, if I do that, it doesn't actually wake them up because it doesn't cause any damage. So, yeah, that means he gets his AP, and I can do, you know, AP. That means he gets his experience points, and I can get some extra experience for the whole party. When all the, I know, one of my earlier rules was never take can't talk. Never take Idril out, but when all of your opponents are asleep, there's really no point in adhering to that because they won't be able to take him out, her out. Oh, yeah, I know what I said. They won't be able to do any damage to much of your party, so you won't need the dedicated healer. I'll use Company Might before I'll swap Moran out for Idril. I prefer having Idril in the middle, and I don't know why. My brain just tells me that the caster should be in between two bodyguards. And I know that's not how the game mechanics work, but it just makes my brain happy when the caster is in the middle, and the physical damage dealers are both on either side, offering protection. As it were. I'm just going to craft an item again because I'm going to swap Hadhood out for Aiden. Where is Aiden? Yeah, he's at the bottom here. Now, I've made it no secret that Aiden's my favourite character. I think it's because he uses a spear, and I just like the look of spears, especially in combat scenes in movies. I know that's not the ideal use of a spear. They're meant to be used as a unit weapon. I'm wording it funny, but I know what I mean. You're meant to have a whole row of guys with shields and spears, and they're meant to sort of provide a shock, like shock troops. I can speak better than this. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's because I'm trying to talk and play at the same time, but thankfully RPGs are rather tame, and you don't have to think too hard to actually use the controls. And unless it's one of the games with the active ATB gauges, you can not pay attention and still do reasonably well, especially in this game where they've got such hacks as the Arrows of Sleep trick, which is I won't deny it, it is abusable as fuck, and it's very easy to cheese most of the game with it. I mean, as you've seen, I've not been using that skill. I've been using the combination of Sleep Volley and Lingering Sleep, so you guys know just how much of a deadly move it can be. He's going to get another attack. Yep. I keep forgetting Morin is very susceptible to damage. Ugh. I'll bring Indra back in, and she can use Gift of Galadriel on Morin, because she'll be swapped out for Hadhood, the trusty dwarven sidekick. I say sidekick. Any of these characters could be the main character if you wanted, if you're crafting your own little story in your head. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't blame you, because he's immune to cripple. Not immune to sleep, but immune to cripple. So there goes that combination. Gift of Grey. Nah, it's not really worth it. Let's use Gift of Galadriel on the dwarf. Any of these characters could be the main character of their own little narrative if we wanted, and it wouldn't really be that big of a leap, because I think Berethal's a bit weak as a main character. You don't really learn much. I mean, you learn more about him than anyone else, but he's just, I don't know, it's just a bit, he's just a bit bland. Mind you, all the characters are a bit bland in this game, because none of them get a chance to really expand much. I mean, Idril's kind of cool to begin with, but as soon as you add more into the party, she becomes a very typical, oh, she's a jealous woman. I mean, there's nothing more typical than that in storytelling, is there? I mean, I think there's a couple of more stereotypical traits, but I think this is the final encounter. I think we fight Gothmog, don't we? Let's have a look. No, not quite. Well, just giving away the boss that we'll be encountering. I think we fight him twice in this stage. We definitely fight him once, but I'm pretty sure we fight him twice. And for both encounters, you have a special guest character. See if you can guess who it is before we get to him. Pretty sure you can, because he's the only major character who we've seen in the video clips, which may or may not actually have been shown, because I may have edited them out at this point, just so I don't break any copyright laws and all that bullshit. That's not bullshit. It's designed to protect people's intellectual property. I get that. I'm just I'm a bit bitter when it comes to making more work for myself. But yeah, if on the off chance that they may have been edited out, they might not have been, because there hasn't been a problem with any of my videos so far. But if they have been, it was only a couple of battle scenes from, I think, from the Two Towers rather than Fellowship of the Return of the King. I think it's well, anyway, it's the battle that's going on in Osgiliath, which like I said, I believe it was in the second film, but it might be in the third. And they're just cool little action scenes mixed in with the in between the battles, so it breaks them up quite nicely. Anyway, let's use Drain Health. I do like having a character who can go in either direction as soon as you get him in. I think I've done the smart thing by making Aiden a best of both worlds type character and have him be strong in both spirit and physical. But if you'd rather him be one or the other, then well, first of all, I can't stop you. Second of all, he can excel at either. I think he is better suited as both, because neither of his spearcraft skills or spirit skills are very devastating, but a mixture of both of them can be quite a lethal combination, if you get my meaning. I think that makes sense.
Stand fast! Hold them here!
The age of men is over.
I shall face him for the sake of Gondor.
I don't remember Faramir very well, so I don't know if that was the actual voice actor or not, but I'm going to go on a limb and say he didn't have anything better to do. So, I'll use Haste of the Elves on myself. This is quite not a serious boss fight, but this is a very minor boss fight, really. Faramir's quality. I'll use that on Idril, because Idril is the only person who's going to be staying in my party for the entire fight. So yeah, we do fight Gothmog twice. In case you didn't know who Gothmog was, it is this guy here. Oh, come on. There we go. Orc Army Commander. You know who he is. You see him in the Return of the King. This one. You see him in the movie, so. Huh. Nice. I'll drain health from Gothmog. He's not very tough. I remember him being a bit stronger than that, but it's not a big deal. Anyway, same old strategy as ever. I'm going to let everyone have one attack See, the big problem with this is his counter attack is a volley, and I think that affects everyone, and I think that keeps my guys awake. Sorry, keeps most of his guys awake for most of the fight. This type of battle, not this type of battle, but this battle is a bit of an oddity in that it's you don't take out the rabble first. You just do your best to incapacitate them and just fight Gothmog, because if you kill more than one of his allies, what will happen is he'll use an ability. I think it's called like the Black Gates or Gates of Barad-dûr, or it's got gate in it, and he'll summon more basically. So I suppose you could farm this level for a few easy, well not easy, but a few extra experience points if you wanted to, but you don't really need to. There's no real merit to it. And that's going to do fuck all because of Hadhood's shield. Didn't even need a shield, he dodged. So yeah, Gondor, yeah, and Aphelion Flurry hits 3 of them. So Faramir's good and all, but he kind of ruins the sleep strategy because all of his attacks will affect more than one person. So you'll attack at least 2 of the other orcs, and it's kind of annoying. Because my brain was telling me you can't put his allies to sleep. In the second encounter, and there will be a second encounter, I've already spoiled that for you guys, so, but in the second encounter, I don't think his allies can be put to sleep, so that makes it a bit more hard. So, yeah. Hope this hits. 1, 2, 3. Take that, you slag. Let's see here. Haste of the Elves, let's use it on Aoden. Do a curse. What does that do? There we go. Oh no, it only affects him. Oh, that's useful. So yeah, he'll counter for if he has Faramir's quality on someone, he'll counter every single time, I think. Not to mention he'll also counter for himself. So yeah, it only inflicts wounding, so it's not too bad. Steward's armor. That increases defense. So yeah, it's not the great. Let's use cleansing waters. I mean, I know it's not a big deal, but I do like Idril's animations for her spirit attacks. They're quite varied. Varied? That's not the right word. They're quite interesting. They all seem to be water-based, and so they should be. I do like it when someone's attacks are all the same. Sorry, got the same sort of thing to it, and everyone's spirit attacks should be themed appropriately. But that's just my opinion. What's your view on the matter, guys? I'd be very interested to know. I don't want to change weapon. What the fuck? I'll craft a King's Foil. I know it's a bit of a waste of a turn, but fuck it. I want to use Haste of the Elves on him before doing anything else. So yeah, this will probably be my go-to party for most fights at this point. I quite like Aoden as a character because he has a spear. I love spears. I can't stress that enough. Idril's a must because she's our healer and she's our caster, and Eligust is necessary for the sleep volley trick. I can't believe that merits a counter attack, you know, because it's not actually doing damage. I didn't do it this time round, but I do have items in my inventory. You may remember me using it in the Grima fight. Yeah, it's like Arnor Mushroom or some bollocks, and it reduces an enemy's armor to 0, and I won't be doing it this time round because it's kind of pointless. Because he runs away after you take him down to half his health, and in the next fight you got to actually take him all the way down to 0. So yeah, in that fight I'll use. It might not be Armor Mushrooms, but it's something like Mortal Decay or something along those lines, and that'll be that. And the fight will go a lot quicker, I imagine. Now, he should run away. No? Okay then. No, because that affects all of them, and that would be very annoying. Oh, you use Piercing Might, I suppose. He's not. I don't think you can be immune to stat changes, so. Wrath of Edoras, 3 strike melee attack. Let's see if this is very accurate. If it weren't for the critical hit, the Rupture Armor skill is definitely a better use of my time, I think. Boom, bitch. Let's see here. Valorous Haste. Yeah, fuck it, I'll give Aoden another time. I'm going to use Frenzy and I'm going to channel health and use Drain Health just so he can get 2 skill points. And also heal Farron. I love how it costs less health than it restores. I think that's that makes the combination just a little bit superior in my opinion. Aim shot. What have I got under Bowcraft? Preacher blinding shot. Let's see here. And it missed. Now that's ironic, right? So yeah, that Bowcraft skill becomes really obsolete quite quickly because, well, you see in Rangercraft he's got the, I'll just show you now, Flash Arrow, which it reduces everyone's accuracy, you know, whereas Blinding Arrow only does the one. I also think Flash Arrow actually does damage to everyone as well, but I can't recall. I've used it once. I just can't remember what it actually did. Oh, come on. I can't activate Frenzy now because I'll use Aim Shot. Fuck it. Let's just deal damage now. So yeah, Frenzy's useful, but you may notice that Aoden didn't get an attack for quite a while. That's because he used Frenzy, and I believe it makes your turn in the order of things occur later. Let's see here. I'm going to reapply Faramir's quality because I think it may have worn off, but I'm not 100% sure. So. Oh, that's a bit overpowered, isn't it? That it triggers when a wound does damage. That's a bit. I think that's a bit overpowered. I think you guys will agree. Let's use Cleansing Waters. It's not too much trouble to be wounded because it doesn't deal exactly a killer amount of damage. But I'm going to swap someone else in. Let's bring in Bearful. Swordcraft. Aphelion Wrath. I think that's done him, isn't it? No, not quite. Fuck's sake. I'll use Grift of the Greyhaven just so I can heal both Faramir and Bearful in one turn. I think Aoden may have had a little bit of damage, but it was barely noticeable. Now this has got to do him in, surely, because he only has like a pixel of health left. There we go, see, look at the bitch run. Anyway, the rest you can do at your leisure. I think this might kill it, because they're quite weak. Yeah. Let's use Aphelion Flurry, see if it kills one of them. I hope it does. It'll wake both of them up, so it doesn't look like it's actually as damaging as I was hoping it would be. None of our guest party members have have quite lived up to the level of Gandalf, and they never will. There's only one guest party member that measures up to Gandalf, and we'll be meeting him in the next level. So, yeah, fun times. Fun times to be had by all. As you noticed, the orcs, the orc archer's ability arrow was called Morgul Shot. So now they start to have additional effects. And if I remember rightly, the one that Morgul Shot does is it paralyses you, so you can't perform a melee attack if you've been hit by struck by a smooth criminal. Bad joke, my apologies. But I don't think you can attack with a physical attack if you've been hit by the Morgul arrow. So take that for what you will, because I can't recall. We'll soon find out when I eventually get hit by one. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Ugh. I'm just going to heal Faram Elegost. I've got an excuse this time because Faramir is actually here. Come on. Oh, so little health left. It's quite annoying. I'm also going to heal Faramir because I want Aoden to get the last hit in. Because I like Aoden. He is my buddy. I'll use Drain Health because Drain Health can't miss. Yep, there we go. And yeah, that's our first encounter of Gothmog. It must be the next one where he runs away at half health. But I'd have thought it would be the first encounter rather than the second. It's quite odd. In my opinion, anyway. Let's see. Aoden's the only one. No, Aoden, Hadhod and Berefor didn't get level ups. That's cool, we're getting some good gear. Well, we got quite a bit of good gear from that fight. So yeah, Crest Journal updated. Epic scene. Realizations of past cowardice. Berefor learns his mind has forgotten his past weakness. Yeah, I don't blame you, to be honest with you. I'd probably run away from orcs as well, truth be told. Let's see here. Yeah, that seems good enough. I'll increase his strength. Let's pump your health up. Dexterity. Ah, fuck it, I'll pump them both in. I really don't want Berefor missing attacks now, so. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Steel Greaves. Plus 2 speed. Huh, okay. Ooh, you got a lot of stuff. Resist. What's this? What's the other one resistant to? Slash and pierce. No, I'm gonna keep the. I'm gonna keep the other one, mate. What is this? Second Age Steel Longsword of Minas Tirith. It does more damage. Lowers strength and dex. You know what? I'll go for it. Why not? And quite odd that that gives you less. It doesn't give you a Constitution boost anyway. Let's look at our shiny new chest piece. See, the chest plates don't really look that different. They're all Gondorian. You know, and like I said, I've already had my moan at the fucking variety of armour in this. Anyway, let's show off the new crests that we got. Obviously, we're in Osgiliath. I've already told you guys that. Save the defenders. Come to the aid of Gondorian defenders throughout the besieged city. A bunch of compulsory fights is what that is. And they tell you what the last level is Pelennor Fields. Fight for the king. Fight for the king of the rest in the final hour as the Dark Lord moves to cross the world of men. I think Pelennor Fields is quite a short level, but it kind of makes up for the fact that these two are quite long. In case you haven't clocked, the one in the middle is going to be the actual city of Minas Tirith itself. So, yeah, let's get this chest. Hopefully I can get it without triggering a fight. Yep. Hadhod, Golden Battle of the Lords. Oh, and Morin gets an axe. So, let's equip our new shit. It adds everything but strength, a stat that I'm not really using, and it's resistant to slash, pierce and blunt. What's that resistant to? Fire, water, earth and air. Now I'll take the physical defense, lad. And double bit axe. Extra speed and dex. I'm just going to keep them. Fuck it. The video's running a little bit long. Okay. I was going to say I was going to end it here, but I accidentally triggered the fight on the way back. So we'll finish off this little encounter, and then we'll fight. Little encounter, and it's a fucking troll. That's fine. We've encountered. I think we've encountered pretty much every enemy type at this point, except for a couple that will crop up in the Gondor fight. So yeah, fun times. Let's just take this fucking orc out. See, fuck doing arrows of sleep, because this fucking big fucker here is immune to sleep anyway. So yeah. Like I said before, it does quickly become quite a redundant strategy, but stunning blades. I forgot that the captain level trolls have got that. Oh fuck me! Have got that skill status thing they can afflict. Anyway, let's get fucking Berefor in here, and we'll use stand fast. Granted, Idriel's the only one who's going to be staying in the fight for the entire thing, but hey ho, diddly do. Oh, I think Aoden may be weak to slash. The element, not the guitar player. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't. No, I'm gonna stop my fault before I even do it. I'm gonna just go ahead and use Stone Shield and Aoden just to keep the fucker alive. He's taken a bit of a beating, and I forgot to heal him. Yeah, stun it up, you bastard. Let's see here, Spirit Powers, Gift of Galadriel. Aoden and Idriel can't get stunned at least, so it's not a big deal. Oof, I thought I was going to deal a shit ton of damage, but no. Let's use Valorous Haste on Hadhood so he gets the next turn. That was weird for a moment because the battle meter, I suppose, moved, and it had Hadhood going after Aoden, and I was just like, wait, what? I thought Valorous Haste gave him the straight away next attack. It's fine, I just misread it. I'm going to give Morwen the next attack because I want her to be swapped out before the troll gets a chance. Because the troll will likely kill her in one shot. So this is how we deal with that. Because Berefor's quite resistant. Not as resistant as Hadhood is to stuff, but he's pretty well off defense-wise. And he's got a lovely counter-attack. Which I don't think I ever talked to Hadhood. I probably should have taken the time to use Axecraft at least a little bit just to get that skill, because it's quite handy. Let's see here. I reckon that'll do him in. Yeah, we're fine. He's dead. Fuck you, troll. Yeah. Also explains why Berefor started off at such a low level and low skill. Because he wasn't anything impressive in the army of Gondor. He was just a grunt. Thankfully, he was just a grunt because it would be rather odd to. Oh, fuck you! I did not. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. This shouldn't be a problem anyway. I should get this done in one fucking set of turns, so yeah. Provided Berefor don't miss, which I don't intend to have him do. Boom, boom, boom. I know I didn't swap the guys out, but you see how much experience these fuckers are giving. It's barely even worth mentioning, you know? Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, explains why Berefor was such a low level when we first started our adventure. I mean, everyone was a low level when we first came across them, except for Aoden, because by that time, how the fuck do you can't actually get up there? That's interesting. You can get up here. You can't get up there. I lied. So yeah, there's that. That is the way forward over there, but you've got like a couple of Gondorians to save. So yeah, as I was saying, story-wise, interesting that they that Berefor actually makes sense for him to be such a low level and have so little skills, you know. Anyway, the video's running a bit long here, guys, so I'll call it quits on this part. We'll get through the majority of Osgiliath next time, so yeah, take care of yourselves.